what an honor, right? This is not something you ever really expect.
No.
How does it sink in with you now?
It didn't really hit me until I kept seeing all the coaches, my players come into the field house, and I'm like, this is real, and you see all these videos of players that's been in the NFL or just been like that had really great careers in college, get their number retired in high school, and you're like, man, that's just a great accomplishment, and I'm sitting here thinking, I've been in the Super Bowl twice, and won one, lost one, got to go to the White House, and I come back and this is one of the best accomplishments I've ever had, and I was just flooded with emotions when I got up there, because my parents, my family had so much to do with this journey that started here at West, and it's all about the time they put in. They traveled all over, like I said, the state, anywhere, just to get camps, just to get somebody to watch me, just to get my college career started, and we've came a long way, so here we are.
What does this do for really your pride in your community? Because you have repped North Alabama, you have repped West Limestone at each level, and now they say we rep you back.
Right.
It's a different kind of status to that.
Absolutely, and I hope that people understand where I've came from, and I've stated that through multiple interviews that I am from West Limestone and in the middle of nowhere in Alabama, and I hope people look it up and appreciate that, because they'll look at the population and see it's 200. It was probably not even pushing 200, but just the amount of work and support that comes out of this place is just unreal. So
you said like coming from West Limestone to make it to the NFL, to the Super Bowl 2 times. That's very rare.
Right.
How does it feel to be part of that 1%?
It's great. You break it down in percentage, and you look at the stats, and there's not a lot of people that make it, and it goes back to finding that the handful of people, or sometimes that one person, to believe in you. And I was blessed enough to have a handful of people like my family and to support me and to push me to be great. Not even on the field, but off the field too. And you learn a lot about that, and especially a lot of life experiences. And once you get it that far, you always got to remember where you came from, and I got to make sure that everybody knows that.
Coach Cantrell talked about kind of your will to and perseverance. Do you think that was instilled here at West Limestone?
Absolutely, and obviously I keep bringing my parents up too. They had a great upbringing. I knew right from wrong. They've always pushed me to be great, and especially my grandparents. They're not with us at the time, but they kept that same mentality, and you don't, like I said, you don't realize it until you go off on your own, and you make it to the big stage, and you got to look back. How did you make? You didn't make it here by yourself. I didn't make it here by myself. Everybody had some sort of help along the way. So.
When they told you that you were running, that you were leaving a legacy here at West Limestone, what does that mean to you?
That hit me. Especially looking up and seeing the banner, but leaving a legacy. That's something I've always wanted to do, and I want to be that role model to a kid. Doesn't matter if he's kindergarten, whatever, just to walk in, see a jersey, and be like, oh, there's somebody that went to this school, that played here, and that went off to do great things. And it's just, like I said, it's that one little ounce of encouragement, motivation, just to get one little kid to go places and turn into something great, so.
What advice would you give any of those kids that are hoping to make it one day?
I've always said, it's always the cliche thing, you have a dream, chase it, but that is the most important thing. Like, find that support system. Find, whether you have it or not, find that one person that believes in you. If 50 other people don't believe in you, there's somebody that's going to believe in you. And find that one person, hang out with them, allow them to teach you the right things, and believe in them, and they'll help you along the way. So. It's great. I always keep a piece of West Limestone wherever I go, and I always see. I wish I was here in person to see the pep rallies that they have and everything, and it means a lot. Even when I'm however many hundreds miles away, it still hits home for me a little bit, because I came through here, and the support system just never stops. They're always there for me, and I try to be there for them as much as possible. But I know it's hard at times. But like I said, I just want to be that role model. So.
I do have
Honestly, I'll be honest with you right here. So I'm the type of person that takes all the glitz and glamour out of it, and it's the climb to get to the Super Bowl, because we've all played some sort of sports probably, or something in life that you want to get to the very top of something, and so you make it to the top, you win it, and it's like, okay, what else? You win it with that, what we did, it's like, what else? We got to get another one. But it's that climb, the challenges along the way that you learn, the doubt that the fans that, oh, you're 2-2, you're not going to do it. It's like the same year, but you just got to put that aside and just do what you do. Play the sport that you love, and like I keep saying, it's going to be crazy to say this, but it's just another game. It's just another opportunity to get better and use your platform to inspire somebody. So.
All good?
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
For all of us that I say when Eugene did that pick six, we all thought it was you.
Yeah, no, plenty of people have thought, especially from here, like, I thought that was you. I wish it was. That would be great.